Hello, and welcome back to the Adobe Connect training series for the Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. In this video, we will demonstrate how to hold an Adobe Connect meeting, explore the user interface, and go over how to share documents and your desktop. If you have not already, please log into Adobe Connect via the URL connect.johnshopkins.edu. Once logged into the system, we want to find our desired meeting from the list on the left-hand panel. The meeting we created previously was called Snow Day Makeup. To enter the meeting room, simply click on the green Open button next to the meeting name. This will open a new window, restating the meeting name and informing anyone entering the meeting that they may be recorded. We will cover recording meetings in a later video. For now, simply click on the OK button. At this point, you will see a white screen and another window with a blue progress bar. Once the blue progress bar reaches 100%, your meeting will be live and you will see the default interface. Observe, we have a menu bar at the top with submenus for meetings, layouts, pods, and audio, along with several icons that refer to speakers, microphone, webcam, and status. Note that the speaker icon is green. This means that our computer's speakers are active and connected with Adobe Connect. The microphone and webcam icons appear in white. This indicates that those features are not yet active and connected with Adobe Connect. Each icon has a submenu which can be accessed by clicking a downward arrow. We want to connect our microphone so our students can hear us. Find and click on the arrow next to the microphone icon and select Connect My Audio. Your machine may ask you to verify this choice or give Adobe Connect permission to access your microphone. If so, simply confirm or select Yes or Allow. The microphone icon should then turn green, indicating it is active. Speak a few words as a test and you will see sound wave icons appear next to the microphone icon like so. Test, test. Below these icons, you will see several panels or pods as they are referred to in Adobe Connect. The default layout gives us 4 pods: Share, Video, Attendees, and Chat. The Attendees panel will let you know who has entered the meeting room, and the Chat panel will allow everyone to type messages to the group or to a specific participant. These pods can be resized and repositioned by simply clicking and dragging with your mouse. You will also notice on the far right there are some options for other layouts, such as discussion and collaboration. These setups each offer different pods and layouts, but for our purposes today, we are going to stay with the default layout, which is called Sharing. Let's take a look at the video pod. With the video pod, you can access your computer's webcam and share video of yourself. Simply click on the Start My Webcam to begin. You may again see a pop-up asking you to confirm giving Adobe Connect permission to access your camera. If this message does appear, simply select Allow or Yes as shown previously. You should now see a preview of your webcam image, and depending on the type of camera you are using, you may also be presented with a window of camera options that enable you to pan and zoom, as you see fit. Now this window and how it looks is going to differ depending on the type of webcam your particular computer has. Also notice in the top menu bar are icon for the webcam has changed from white to green, indicating that the webcam is active. Now at this point, what you're seeing is simply a preview. When you're happy with the image, you have to select the Start Sharing button in order for other people in the meeting to see your image. There we go. Now, if any time I wish to stop sharing my webcam or turn it off, there's two ways that I could do it. The first way is to go and select the Stop My Webcam button at the top of the pod. And the other way would be to use the pod submenu. And every pod in Adobe Connect has a submenu that's located in its top right corner. It's represented by a couple horizontal lines and a downward arrow, and you simply click on it with your mouse to open the submenu. Now from here, there's two options I could select. I could again scroll down and select Stop My Webcam, or I could choose the Hide option and get rid of the video pod completely. With my video pod hidden, I may wish to rearrange or resize a pod for sharing web links, and a pod for administering polls. If at any time you feel your layout has become too cluttered and you wish to get back to the way it originally was when you logged in, simply go back to the menu bar, select Layouts, and choose Reset Layouts. Adobe Connect will ask you to confirm this choice. Simply select the Reset button to get back to the original interface. Now that we have familiarized ourselves with the layout, let's take a look at sharing. The Share pod is the main window and provides a couple of options by clicking the downward arrow next to Share My Screen. You may either share your screen, share a document, or share a whiteboard. Share your screen allows you to either share your entire desktop or select a specific application which you have running, for example, a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. While you are sharing, participants are able to see everything which you are doing on the screen. This sharing will continue until you return to the Adobe Connect window and select the Stop Sharing button. The second option is to share a document. When you select Share a Document, you will be prompted to select the document you wish to share. You may be presented with a list of previously shared documents, navigate to pre-uploaded documents, or you may opt to upload a document on the spot by selecting Browse My Computer. Adobe Connect can share most common doc types, such as images, Word, PDF, and PowerPoint. But if you are sharing a larger document, it is recommended you upload it ahead of your meeting, as larger files may take a few minutes to process. One of the advantages of sharing a document in Adobe Connect versus sharing your desktop is the availability of helpful drawing tools. Once your document is loaded, you can make annotations or type on top of it by selecting the Draw button at the top of the pod. Clicking on the Draw button opens up a set of tools, including a pencil tool, a type tool, a highlighter tool, and an eraser tool. Be aware these annotation tools only exist in Adobe Connect and will not become a part of your original file. The last share option we have is Share Whiteboard. The Share Whiteboard option simply gives you a clean white background with all of the same drawing tools we had available in the Share Document option. Once our meeting is concluded, we can end it in one of several ways. You may either go to Meeting in the main menu bar and select either End Meeting or Exit Adobe Connect. You can also end the meeting by simply closing out of your browser by clicking on the X icon in the upper right-hand corner. This concludes today's tutorial. Please be on the lookout for our next videos covering how to record and share a meeting and integrating telephone conferencing services with Adobe Connect. Thank you.